To a Get Healthy webinar. We are partnering here with Xtend-Life, and we have the CEO, Simon Doig, on, along with Dr. Joel Kahn, who's been using these products. These have his stamp of approval, and he highly recommends them. So these two are going to go through the 7 products that we offer here on the Get Healthy platform. Xtend-Life is really unique in that they manufacture their own products, which is unique to the industry. They will go through all of the sourcing and talk a little bit about the products. I just want to give a little shout out that it is their 25-year anniversary, which is really exciting that they've been around for that many years. So without any further details, I'd like to introduce Simon and Dr. Joel Kahn.
Thank you very much. Well, look, it's a great opportunity to introduce our company, Xtend-Life. So we are from New Zealand. We source over 300 ingredients from all around the world and manufacture them in a FDA-registered, purpose-built facility here in New Zealand, which is GMP certified. So, as Candice mentioned, we're celebrating 25 years of existence. We've been shipping to customers from all around the world for that duration. So our primary market is the USA, where 80% of our revenue is generated. So a customer can purchase a product this morning on our website. This afternoon it gets picked and packed. DHL or FedEx pick it up. It's on the overnight flight. It's in America, and it's distributed to our clients within 2 to 3 days. So we, despite the fact that we're a New Zealand business, we are very much American focused around that customer service perspective. In terms of our company being around for 25 years, there's 2 main lines, and we're very privileged to have Dr. Joel Kahn here today. He's going to talk to you about our products and focus more on the cardiovascular products. But I just wanted to touch on one of our core products, which is Total Balance. So Total Balance is a really unique product. It was formed with the foundation of the company over 20 years ago by Dr. Professor Mulin, who came out of the pharmaceutical world and moved into natural products. It's been through 8 different iterations. It has 100 ingredients, 24 minerals, 17 vitamins, 24 herbals, 10 amino acids, 5 enzymes, 20 other bioactive ingredients. So you may have heard of Brian Johnson, who takes so many supplements each day. If you want to go on a mini Brian Johnson campaign, you should be taking Total Balance. So you get 210 tablets in your serving each month. You take 7 tablets a day, and you get the most amazing foundation for your health. It's a preventative product, so it's something you should do over a long, extended period of time, especially as you come into that aging phase of your life, where some of your components in your metabolism start to fall off. So if you're 40, 50, 60 years old, Total Balance is the ideal supplement to take. It's unmatched in the industry. And interestingly enough, our founder, when he came up with the formulation, he went around many different contract manufacturers in the world and trying to produce this product. And through sheer frustration, he decided to build his own facility and go and purchase these 100 ingredients from all over the world, from the Amazon rainforest to the mountains in Tibet to parts of France, lots of natural ingredients from New Zealand, obviously. And so we now put together this product with these 100 ingredients. It's blended to the latest technology, and it's out delivered to our customers all over the world. So it's an amazing foundational product that is what the company has been built on, and which probably leads us into our next range and introducing the great Dr. Joel Kahn to talk about our heart health products. And maybe Joel could talk about why he became interested in Xtend-Life and his review and summation of three of these key products. Over to you, Joel.
Yeah, thank you, Simon. And I am a practicing cardiologist. I'm in my office in suburban Detroit after a long and busy day. Like many who are listening to this video, mine is an integrative cardiology practice. A lot of focus on lifestyle and a lot of training I've had in supplements and all the companies everybody uses, and been doing that for about 10 years of my 35-year cardiology practice. It's been integrative. And I actually approached Xtend-Life. I heard a podcast maybe about 3 years ago, and they were talking about nitric oxide issues. And as a cardiologist and a endothelial focused cardiologist, if any of you know what it is, I even have an endopat machine in my office, which is pretty rare and probably the best endothelial checker you can have. But I was listening intently, like what's different about this VascuFlow from all the other ones out there on the market. And, we got to boost nitric oxide for sexual health and brain health and immune health and pulmonary health and, God forbid, cardiovascular health and blood pressure support. And I was really, really impressed. In fact, what really caught my attention is I had dabbled in some science about boosting nitric oxide with red spinach, because don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure red spinach is very low or absent oxalates, where green spinach can be very high in oxalates, and some people get into trouble with kidney stones. And I knew very few products that had red spinach in it as a nitric oxide supporter, but one geared to make it possible to take it in whatever quantity you want every day and not fear oxalate kidney stones. And sure enough, that was one of the key components of VascuFlow. So the other one, of course, that I love and use widely in all my patients is garlic supplementation. And they had a very potent black garlic. So I started, acquiring on my own VascuFlow and saw the quality of the packaging and the quality of the supplement. Couldn't help but study the rest of the product line, because it's a 25-year company with, I think there's 7 SKUs on Get Healthy, but there's many more on their own website that hopefully will eventually populate into the Get Healthy store. There's some really great ones. And I reached out to the company and, said, this is great. This will help my patients. I've already started to use it, but can I get a, wholesale relationship? And that just started our conversation. So now I proudly work as a brand ambassador for their cardiovascular line. I'll say and shamelessly plug, I love their skin line. They have a great men's skin line. It's not in Get Healthy yet. It should be. And I don't have a contract to promote it, but I love their skin line. And as I'm approaching 65 years old in the next few months, I'm very grateful they make such good quality products. So that's how I got involved. And maybe, Simon, whenever you want, we can dive a little deeper into a couple of these products that you wanted to focus on. I already obviously brought up VascuFlow, which I'm certain is available in the Get Healthy store. And I would challenge you, just look what's in it, look at the price, look at the quality, the GMP, the fact they make their own, and and say, what are you using for nitric oxide support? In addition to the red spinach and the black garlic, you got quercetin from Japanese saffora flowers, and you got grapeseed extract. And I'll just make one thing: so many of their products, they don't just pick any old grapeseed extract. They pick a patented version, costs them more money to get the highest quality grapeseed extract. It's actually called Oxyfend. And, that means there's actually much more quality data and science data. It's a proprietary grapeseed extract. Many of you may be using grapeseed extract for cardiovascular support, eye health, aging support, digestive health. But this one has some of the highest OPC measurements you're going to see in any grapeseed extract in the world. And it's just, one more reason I got excited. The final thing was Vascular Flow is in a vegetarian capsule. Many of my patients are vegetarian and vegan. That may be different than your practice, but I was pleased that they didn't have to ask me, how come you're promoting a product that isn't vegan? So it is. Not every product at Xtend-Life is, but CX8 is, Vascular Flow is, and the amazing multivitamin that Simon Doig, the CEO, was talking about, Total Balance, is also totally fine for the vegan community and everybody else too. So, all right, I went too long, Simon. I always do. I get excited about your product. So, what do you want to chat about next?
Speaking of exciting, Joel, talk to the listeners about Xtend Quinol and this amazing ingredient that comes out of the Amazon rainforest and the studies that Dr. Barry Tan has put into it and why it's important, especially for statin users.
Right. And this is a truly, everybody listen, truly unique product that's on the Get Healthy Store site. It's, of course, everybody's familiar with CoQ10. The number one supplement I use in my practice, whether people are on a low-dose statin or not, and I do occasionally have to resort to low-dose statins. They're all on CoQ10 for blood pressure support, aging support, congestive heart failure support, and statin safety support. And that's, of course, because statins block the production of CoQ10. But a scientist in Boston, a well-known scientist, most of you probably know who it is, Dr. Barry Tan, T-A-N, Ph.D. He lectures at a lot of the integrative conferences. He came up with, the premier form of tocotriol vitamin E's, which are also used in Xtend-Life products. But he identified a compound in the annatto plant from the Amazon, this gorgeous bright red plant in the Amazon. And he identified that while he was isolating tocotrienols for vitamin E supplements, there was something else in the beaker, and he characterized it, and it's called geranyl geranyl, GG. Very hard word to say. And it turns out when you're on a statin, you block the production of the GG pathway that leads to lower levels of CoQ10 production, but other important pathways too, including protein prenylation and actually testosterone production, amongst others. And Dr. Tan was able to isolate and purify GG, and Xtend-Life said, what if we got crazy and put a good amount of ubiquinol, the reduced form of CoQ10, 100 milligrams, along with GG gold in a capsule and call it Xtend Quinol, and make by far the best statin support vitamin, cardiovascular support combination, anti-aging cardiovascular support combination. And that's what Xtend Quinol is. It's unique on the market in that it really covers the bases. Again, many of you practitioners aren't using many statins. That's fine. Some of you find that you need to use them. That's fine. I find for some of my cardiovascular patients, I just have to meet the standard of care and the current guides. But if my patients are on a statin and my patients are aging and my patients have cardiovascular disease, it's Xtend Quinol, one a day. There's 60 in a bottle, so you get 2 months worth. And you get this unique Amazon powerhouse called GG. And thank you, Dr. Tan, for that. And thank you, Xtend-Life, for letting it become available. And now thank you, Get Healthy, and John Anderson for putting it on the formulary for all to use.
Thanks, Joel. That's a really good summary. And I guess the other key cardio product is CX8 that has 8 high-quality ingredients that are all individually clinically tested. They've been brought together to manage all of the major components of cardiovascular health. So I'd be interested in your thoughts on some of those ingredients, Joel.
Right. So the Get Healthy store has CX8, C for cardiac, times 8 different ways to support cardiac health, support cellular health, support arterial calcification, support cholesterol balance. And this one came out a little after I found Xtend-Life. And it just blew me away because, again, you couldn't find more high quality research components to put together. I mean, you can throw together a salad with wilted lettuce, or you could throw together a salad with organic, recently picked fruits and vegetables. And it would be much more nutritious in quality to do the latter. And that's what they did with this vitamin. So I don't know how many of you have dabbled in sea buckthorn, but there's not just one, there's 2 kinds of sea buckthorn. They're both trademarked because these are unique sea buckthorns. I think they do come from New Zealand, a very pristine and wonderful place to isolate natural products. And they have incredible levels of something called omega-7 and proanthocyanidins, very high antioxidant, anti-inflammatory functions. I mentioned that there's Dr. Barry Tan and a special kind of vitamin E, tocotrienols from the Amazon annatto plant. And they put that version of vitamin E antioxidant support in CX8, the Delta Gold version. I'm sure some of you know about rutin, a natural polyphenol from the Japanese Sephora bud. But rutin is in there. What a great vein support, vascular support polyphenol. There's some black currant extract. Again, a patented registered version called Oxyfen, extremely high in polyphenols. And, you know, everything right now is about polyphenols, whether you're doing green tea or turmeric or broccoli powder sprouts or whatever. But it turns out black currant is a great, great source of polyphenols. And then the last one in there that's in the patented range is some fibrinolytic activity from natazymes, not just any old natokinase you might pull off the shelf and be unsure of its support. But natazyme has unique data, and that's why it's a proprietary form of fibrinolytic activity agent, because we know clotting at a vascular level is the key kind of common pathway to ultimately stroke and heart attack. So having some of that around. And then in addition, there is even more, because we got to come up with 8. There's very importantly, not just any vitamin K2, but Mena Q7 Pure, the real original vitamin K2. And there's a lot of it, 180 micrograms of the best, purest vitamin K2. And then just to top it off, there's 1,000 IU of vitamin D3. So CX8 just goes through the list. For those of you who know my mentor, Dr. Mark Houston, you know, about how it's common pathways of inflammation, oxidative stress, immune dysfunction. And CX8, available in the Get Healthy store, sort of is just the perfect cardiac support vitamin to manage calcification, manage oxidation, stress, manage inflammation, support healthy cholesterols. And you don't have to do 8 vitamins. You got it all in one combination. You take 3 capsules a day to get your full complement of these components.
Great, thank you very much. So Candice, they're some of the highlights. Total Balance being that really high quality foundational multivitamin that is on steroids, 100 ingredients, and our cardio range. And there's a couple of other unique New Zealand products in there. One, Kiwi Cleanse for digestive, and GLM, which is green lip muscle powder for joint and inflammation pain, which you'll get all the details on the Get Healthy store. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Khan. We appreciate your inputs. And we look forward to all the practitioners out there getting used to these wonderful supplements from New Zealand and providing better natural health solutions to your patients.
Yep. And I'll just say Kiwi Cleanse is something I use. I think it's a great supplement for, you know, bloating, indigestion, IBS. And it comes from New Zealand. It ought to have kiwi in it.
Yeah.
Well, you too. Thank you so much for sharing all this information. I learned a lot about these products, and I'm really impressed with the quality and the detail that it has gone into these. I know Dr. Joel Kahn, you have um, a huge background and a ton of knowledge in this area, and the products that you spoke about. So I could see how important products are like these for a practitioner like you, and like you mentioned, many practitioners listening and associated with Get Healthy, involved in functional medicine. Products like these are really great to be aware of. So I hope that everyone has learned a lot about these products. Again, these are the 7 products we have on the platform. And Simon, thank you for all the work you've been doing with the company. You guys pretty much covered it all. So these are going to be available here. We're going to be doing some more work with Xtend-Life in the future, so keep an eye out for that. And just thank you all for listening.
Thank you, Candice.
Thanks, Candice.